So I am using this dress form that I got from Walmart. It was about $50 or $60, and I like to always put this cutout of a carpet underneath my tree so it doesn't mess up my hardwood floors. Fun fact, I'm actually using my YouTube backdrop as the skirt for my tree. For this DIY, you'll need 6 packs of garland. I got mine from Michael's in Walmart. You'll also need a pack of stem wires, and there's 12 in a pack. I got these from Michael's. And you'll need a variety of wreath frames. I'll make sure to leave the exact measurements of the ones that I used in the description box below. Also want to use some ribbon if you plan on doing a top similar to the one that I did. And not shown here, but I used some old pearls that I had sitting in my closet to make a necklace. So I'm going to start by taking the wire stems and putting them around the mannequin's waist to fit it. And then I'm going to bend both ends of the wire stem into a U shape. I'm going to do the same thing for the second piece of stem wire. Once I'm done with both stem wires, I'll connect the U-shape ends to make a sort of belt for the mannequin. And I'm just showing you what the belt looks like once it's fully secure on the mannequin's waist. Now I'm going to go in with my Garland Wreath and put it over the shoulders of the mannequin. I found it easier to pull it from the top to the bottom rather than putting it underneath the mannequin and pulling it to the top. Now I'm taking 4 more stem wires and folding them in half and putting them inside of the so-called belt on the mannequin. And then you want to tie the stem wire around the first garland wreath so that it's secure on the mannequin's waist. And I'm going to go ahead and do that for all 4 of the stem wires. Now I'm just removing the mannequin's body. I found it easier to put the wreaths on that way. So I put the wreaths from the biggest to the smallest down the stands so that I can just pull them up when I'm ready to use them. So now I'm using the stem wire that secured the garland wreath onto the mannequin to connect it to the 14-inch wire frame. And now I will fold 4 more stem wires in half and place those around the wire frame to do the same thing as I did above. This time I'll just be connecting the next wire wreath, or in this case it's actually a wire circle. I couldn't find a 20-inch wired frame for the wreath, so instead I found this big circle at Michael's. I have 1 more wreath to attach to this mannequin, but I ran out of stem wires. There were only 12 in a pack and I only had 2 left. So I went to the Dollar Tree to get some zip ties and pipe cleaners to use as alternatives to the stem wire. And they worked just as well, and they were only $1 a piece, so I saved me about $3-4. Now this part might be easier if you have someone with you that can help you hold up the wireframe while you tie, because as you can see in this video that it keeps falling. So I'm just using the zip ties to secure the 2 wireframes together. And then I realized that the distance between the 20-inch silver wire circle and the 24-inch wire frame were too close and I wanted the bottom of my tree to be a little bit longer than what it currently was. I cut the zip ties and then I attached 2 zip ties together to make it a little bit longer. One thing I wanted to point out was when you are connecting the wireframes, you want to make sure that you're doing it on the part that has the line going through it, so that it is more secure. Because if you put it on this piece here, just like when I was doing the wreaths last year, the wire will move back and forth. But when it's on here, it's sort of like it's anchored. And I think you can see from here, it has more of an anchor and it's not going to move. So like if I do this, this isn't moving. So just wanted to point that out. But this is how it looks right now. Now I'm just separating the branches on the garland to give it a fuller effect. I will start using the packs of garland that I got from Michael's to wrap around the wireframes, and I'm using all 6 packs so that the tree looks full. Some of these pieces of garland have a wire hook on the end, and that made it easier to connect to the wire wreath frame. As I wrap the garland around the mannequin, I'm going through and separating the branches on the garland so that the tree looks fuller, and it also helps close in any gaps that I saw. Once I got the garland to my liking and there were no gaps in between, I moved on to the top of the mannequin. Now I'm just going to use one of the ribbons that I purchased to make the top. I wanted to do a kind of classy, dressy, glam V-neck top. I just wrapped it around the mannequin as I saw fit. I did use sewing pins to hold the ribbon in place. I used one of the ribbons to make the shirt, and then I tied a bow around the waist with the other ribbon. So once I got the shirt to my liking with the help of my sister-in-law, Pearl, I then moved on to the lights and then ornaments. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making it, and it was super easy, and I guess it's very comparable with the price of a tree. If you decide to recreate this mannequin Christmas tree, make sure you tag me in your Instagram photos. And you follow me too on Instagram. My handle is at Gabrielle Ishell. It's the same as my YouTube channel. So I definitely want to see if you guys try to do this yourself. Definitely tag me in those photos so I can see them. And that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell to be notified whenever I post. And also don't forget to give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this tutorial. And this is the final look.